Hello and welcome back to our second version of the LinkedIn Live Leadership Series with Percepta. My name is Kellen Crow. I am the co-host, and I am joined today with my colleague and co-host Meredith, and our guest today, James Nelson. For everybody that tuned in a couple weeks ago, thank you for doing so, and thank you for everybody that's checked out the series and is following along. We're excited to continue to deliver this content to you. Today, like I mentioned, James Nelson is here from Houston, and we're super excited to have him talk about some stuff that's going on in Houston. And we will just get going right into it. James, why don't you say hello to our guests and give us a quick intro on who is James Nelson and what do you got going on? What's your role here at Percepta?
Oh wow! Hey, well, thanks, Kellen. I appreciate you having me on this morning. I mean, we've done this a couple of times, and it's always great to have a platform and opportunity just to share. So, appreciate you guys having me on. Good to see you again, Meredith. But again, I'm James Nelson. I'm the site director for our Houston office. What leading one of our larger clients, representing our Ford team. I've got a team of just some really amazing people, and we're just doing a lot of awesome and great things here in Houston. So recently, I've been with the company about 9 months now, a little more than 9 months. Started back in October of 2021, and it's just been an amazing ride helping this team grow and develop. And I'm excited to be here still. So.
Yeah, I recently had the opportunity to meet you, James, in person at your luncheon that your
Right.
team hosts for Houston's
Right.
top performers. And I loved being there. I felt the energy in the room, and it was so great meeting our agents and getting to know people that are really on the front lines of our organization. So I wanted to get to know a little
Yeah,
bit
that
more
that, that was
about.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was really great. I wanted to get to know a little bit more about your team's mission and vision at the Houston site.
No, again, I appreciate you coming and joining us. I mean, that quarterly recognition is something that I started in 2022. Just wanted to highlight those top performers for the quarter. And so, again, glad you were able to join us last Wednesday. But in terms of the vision and the mission, I lead an amazing group of dedicated leaders, and whose mission is, bottom line, is to provide a frictionless customer experience at every touch point for our clients. And the way we do that is by coaching, training, and developing our frontline employees daily in the areas of customer support, case management, and just really overall customer satisfaction. And so our charge and our aim every day is to make every encounter with our customers as frictionless as possible.
Yeah, I think that's really great information. And what I heard, what really stuck out to me was customer satisfaction. And
Right.
along those lines, you really have to be successful. And so, how do you define success at your organization or at the Houston site?
I'll say this. Success is relative. Obviously, you're driving KPIs, but I think when you really strip it down and you look at it, obviously delivering, on our performance goals, that's going to be top of mind. And so we got to make sure that we're delivering that experience, every single interaction. So we focus in on that daily and focus in on the KPIs. So as we're executing and as we're delivering on our targets, you're going to see that visible success, right, in the metrics, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I take it a little bit deep and a little bit further on a personal level. For me, success, when I see individuals growing, when I see individuals developing, when I see them, when the light bulb is going off in terms of, seeing an idea or a strategy or an approach, and you see things working, right? You put together a plan and you see that plan coming into fruition and you see the results that follow that. When you start seeing the collaboration amongst the teams, when you start to see the communication going to another level within the teams, when you see, leaders connecting with their employees, not just on a metric level, but just personally connecting with them and really investing in helping people grow. So to me, when I see people winning and I see people accomplishing their goals, that's what success looks like for me, aside from the metrics that we have to deliver.
Yeah, that kind of leads right into the last thing we have here, James, is talking about being successful and all the promotions that all the recognitions that you've done and everything that you guys are doing there. Talk to us a little bit about any kind of recent promotions you have going on within your organization in the Houston location.
Yeah, since I started back in October of last year, I get excited when I see individuals that are working really hard. They're looking and they're trying to achieve their personal career goals, and I have an opportunity to promote individuals from within. Seeing a lead agent getting promoted to a supervisor position, right, after being in that role for a year, a couple of years, and they finally make it to that next level, or seeing a supervisor that's been operating at a high level, performing at a high level, and they're promoted to a manager, an ops manager role. Uh, Um, I've had an opportunity to have half a dozen promotions just this year as
Mhm.
individuals have moved up to the next level. It created those opportunities for others to move into those exited or vacated roles. And so anytime you have that type of movement in the organization and people can see career progression, they can see, and I joke with my team all the time. I just had a leadership meeting last week, and I said, you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And I joke about, I played ball in college, and I would say that my shoes were always laced up. I was always ready to go, right? Now, as I explained, I started, so I was rarely coming off the bench, but the metaphor is still the same. Be ready because you never know when that next opportunity is going to present itself. So that's always exciting. And
Yeah,
then
it's
the other thing I'll add to that. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, please.
No, I was going to say, and then the opportunity we have promoted or hired some leadership from outside of the organization. So having a good mix of internal and external promotions, it just creates a great synergy and an energy, within the organization. So
Yeah, and kind of piggybacking on that, it seems like there's a lot of great opportunity right now at Percepta.
Mhm.
yeah, and we're in a great space, right? When you think about the automotive industry, I've got a team, what we call our BEV team that deals with the electric vehicles. Right now it's two supervisors, but depending on how the industry grows and the demand builds, I expect that team to grow over the next 12 to 18 months. And so I'm prepping people to say, hey, listen, understand, research, take a look at the industry that you're in, not just the job that you have, but
Yeah.
what industry are you in? And then once you begin to see how big and how large the opportunity is in this industry, you'll start looking at your job a little bit differently or your role a little bit differently. But just take time to research, what we're in. We're at the precipice, we're at the very beginning stages of something that I believe is going to be very, very opportunistic.
Yes. Yes. Well, excellent. Well, James, we appreciate you coming on today, chatting with us a little bit about everything that's going on in your Houston location, a little bit about you,
Right.
giving us a little bit of details on success in your organization. It's all very, very much appreciated.
Yes.
Yes. We thank everybody that has watched and is watching this episode. Meredith and I will be back again in 2 weeks. We're doing this bi-weekly with another Perceptive leader. So everybody, thanks again. Stay tuned, and we'll be back for more. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Bye bye.